So we can now move to the next one. The next one we have to do with the roof. Okay, so let's see the picture. This is how the roof looks like. Okay, so you can see at the back here we have we have a roof truss. Let me try to zoom in. Okay, so you can see that at the back we have this kind of truss, and then that is what we have at all of the corners. Then at all column points we're having like a I section over here. Okay, and then we are having a purlin throughout all of it. Okay, so that is how you have that. So let's go back to the modeling. Okay, so we can go to the plan, and then we go to story 2. So let's start with the modeling. So you can go to modeling, and then you go to steel members. All right, and then you can go to trusses. So the truss will start from this point, okay, down to this point. Okay, so when you do that, it will pop up the database for the truss, and then we will edit that. So let's just wait for some moment. Okay, so I think this is the kind of, let's see, we have this kind of truss. You can, let's zoom in properly so that you can see this is the kind of truss we have. All right, so let's see if we have that exactly. Okay, so that looks like this. If okay, that looks more like this one. So click on it, and then you can just make some adjustments. The major adjustment I'll make there is the apex height. So I'll make the apex height from the from this. The apex height does not look more than maybe 600, so I'll change the apex height to 600 mm. Okay, so that should be enough. Every other thing here I think is okay. Okay, so just click on OK, and then that will be there. Okay, so I have to place one more at the last edge, which is here. Okay, and then I can escape that. So let's see it in 3D. Okay, so this is how it looks like in 3D. Okay, you can see the roof truss. Let's continue. We also have at the back and at the front. So I will do the same thing. I will go to steel, pick truss, and then you pick the beginning of this point, and then you pick this other point. Okay, so it is still the same section. You know, you can see the last 600 that I edited last. So just click on OK. So you should have that, and then we are expecting one more at the front, which is this point. So drop it there, and then you can escape that. So let's see in 3D. So this is exactly how we have it. Okay, so you can see how the truss looks like. There is one thing I'm not so contented about. You can see that the span, okay, let me show you properly at the front. You can see how long the span is. You can see this is one post, and the next post is around here. The next post is here. Okay, so what I will do now is I will make this point to be the joint. Okay, so just click on this one, and then you can right click to go to the properties. Okay, so we will have to go and edit this length of the span. Look at the length of the span. Length of the span is 6,000, so I'll change that to 3,000. Okay, I'll change that to 3,000. Okay, then you click on OK. Alright, so you can see now that the span has reduced. The span has reduced. So I will do the same thing for this one. The span is so long, so you can double click, and then you can do the, you know, so where's the span? The span is 6,000 reduced to 3,000. Okay, and then OK. So the span has reduced, you can see. Okay, so now that we have the trusses at the surroundings, all we just need to do is to have these ones, all these ones you are seeing, these ones are beam. Okay, they are like a rectangular beam at the top. So let's have that. We can use I section. So let's go to story 2 back, the plan, and then we can go to beam. So I can use the universal beam. Let me use this one of 610 by 229, okay, or this one 610 by 305, okay. So click on OK and then OK. All right, so in the 3D, instead of 610, so I'll make the two lengths to go up by 590 and also make this one to go up by 590, so that it can flush to the top of that beam. You know, when you draw a truss, the truss will go up. It is, you know, when you're talking about upstand beam and then the downstand beam, when you draw a truss, the truss is like upstand, okay. So I'm trying to draw this beam too as an upstand beam, okay. So since the length is 610 and the truss is 600 mm, so I want this one to go to flush to the truss, so that will be like 590 upward, okay. So I will just, you know, 600 minus 10, so I will just draw it from this point up to this point, okay. Then you can close that to check how it looks like in 3D. Okay, so this is how it looks like in 3D. You can see how it is connecting. So I think this section is good. I'm not sure if this section is good enough. I think this section, will this section pass? Well, we will get to that when we are designing. Okay, so we can use it to continue for the rest. So use this and then up to this point, so we can move on this point up to this point. Okay, let's move on. Then it happens, this is the last. Okay, so let's see that in 3D. Okay, so this is how it looks like in 3D. So we shall move to the next one, which will be the purlin. Okay, so we just have to connect the purlin. Let's see how the purlin is connected. Okay, we only have purlins in this direction. Okay, we only have purlins in this direction. You can see the purlin like this. We only have it in that direction. So you go to steel member once more, and then you pick purlin. Okay, then you pick this first truss, and then you pick the last point where it should reach to, which is this one. Okay, and then let's wait for a moment. Let me see how the purlins are spanning. Let's say they are spanning by 1000 mm, or let me say 600 mm. I'll change this to by spacing, and then I'll change this to 600 mm. No, not 6000, 600 mm. Okay, and then I think that should be enough. And then okay, all right, so we have that. Okay, that is doing so well. Okay, so it seems we are done with the modeling. Okay, so all we just need to do now is we have to run the analysis. So we can go to the analysis. We have to run the analysis. So you can go to the analysis and you go to building analysis. Okay, so under the pre-analysis you go to loading. You can go to under the pre-analysis, you can go to project parameter. You can go to project parameter here, and then just go to foundation. So under the foundation, the allowable stress, I will leave it as 1080. That is the allowable stress, or what you can call the bearing capacity. And then for this, if you want to change it depending on the kind of soil, let's say you have a dense soil, upper limits. Okay, so you can go to the loading combination, and then you just load your everything you want to load. So okay, and then okay. All right, then let's go to edit material. So for the concrete column, I'll be using C35/C40, and then let me change the rebar diameter. I'll be using H16, H20, and then H25. Okay, and then for the beam, I'll be using the same thing, which is 16, 20, 25. All right, and then for the slab, I'll be using just 12 mm. Okay, and then for the links, I'll be using 8 mm and then 10 mm. Okay, then for the steel column, I'll be using no, I don't have steel column, so let me just say okay. Then for the steel beams, I have steel beams, so I'll be using this for 450. And then for the truss, I'll be using a very high strength, which is 450. For the purlin, I think 235 or 275 should be enough. Okay, I think at some point we even have bracings 275. Okay, and then let's say okay, then I'll close that. I almost forgot that we have bracings, so you will see that there are bracings here somewhere around here. You can see something like this is a bracing. So let's go back to the model and do that. So we have to we need to brace the beams. So you just go to modeling back, and then you go to bracing, go to brace. Alright, and then I'll just brace this one and then this one. Let me just click on OK. Alright, so you can see that. So this and this again, click on OK, and then you have the bracing. Okay, then you brace this, you brace this. Okay, so that is completed. So we have all of them braced. So I can then go back to the analysis so that I can run the analysis. Go to analysis tab and then building analysis. Okay, so under the model option, you can go to the settings and then you just deselect that one or select this one. Okay, and then you go to analysis, then just run the building analysis. You run the column design, run the beam design, and then the steel design. So then you run the analysis. Okay, click on yes. Yes. And then you can close. Okay, so we can close this. Alright, so this is the analytical model. Alright, this is how the analytical model looks like. So you can definitely check a lot of things here. You can check the displacement. Again, then you can see it in animated way. Okay, so you can see how the roof truss is deflecting. I think that's where we're having the major problem. Okay, so let's close that. You can also check your diagrams. You can check more. So let me see the design results. Go to display, and then you go to visual interrogation. Then you go to design status, and then click on OK. So we have all of the column and even all of the beams not passing, and the other one at the other edge, that is showing an expired analysis, and this one is warning. Okay, this one is warning. I think we have to correct all of this in the next video. Okay, so we have the truss. The truss is not passing, but the beams are passing. So the truss are not passing. We have to change the section of the truss. So, and then even the purlins are not passing. So okay, so this is how you do the analysis, and then this is how you do the design. Okay, so in the next video I will show you how we can fix the columns and the beams that did not pass. Okay, but in case I didn't post the video, you can just check my previous videos. I've posted videos on how you can fix failed columns and then failed beams. If you like this video, ensure you like, and then you need to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thanks for watching till the end.